Hey there, Audrey Wise with Journey Realty Group here in Arden, North Carolina. Welcome to part 2 of my mini-series on what does a realtor do for a buyer. In the first video, I discussed what happens during our initial consultation and why that is such a valuable part of the buying process. It really helps the buyers to focus on what they want, and together we try to clarify what the buyer's goals are. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I do a deep dive into each property that the buyer is interested in. The first thing I do for any given property is to pull all of the documents from the MLS that may be attached to that property. One of the most important ones is called the Residential Property Disclosure. This form is where the seller discloses any known issues, problems, or defects with the home, and these things can sometimes be factors that will change a buyer's mind. That may have been on their list to tour, but once they find out that they've had a termite problem in the past, even if it's been fixed, the buyer may change their mind and decide, nope, I don't even want to chance that, I don't want to mess with it, take that one off the list. I check to see if there are easements involved with the property. I'll also use tools like Google Earth and look at the property from a satellite view from above and just check out what's around it if I'm not already familiar with that area. Sometimes you can see that there's a big farm beside the property. That can be a concern for some people because of fertilizers and pesticides and that kind of thing. Other times I have found that there is a mobile home park close by, and that's a deterrent for other people. So there are things about Google Earth that are very helpful in researching a property, and you can do that on your own as well. But that's one of the things that I do for each property. Perhaps the most important thing that I do, especially when they narrow it down and they start getting to maybe 1 or 2 homes that they really like and they want to move forward with that, I will pull comps on those properties and make sure that that price is in the correct price range. I start with the neighborhood that the home is in, and if I can't find comps right there in that neighborhood, then I may go out within 1 mile. If I can't find any within that mile, I spread it out even further. I do that until I have about at least 3 good comps, but preferably 5. And all of my comps are within 1 to 200 square feet of each other, very similar in style, similar in size of yard. So I pull comps on each property that they're highly interested in and make sure that the price range is where it should be. The last thing I do before we actually go tour homes is I call each listing agent on each of those homes, and I find out what I can about the seller. Why are they selling? What's their time frame? Those kinds of things let me know how motivated they are and what's most important to them when they receive an offer. Sometimes the listing agent can tell me more information than what's in the MLS about a certain piece of property, so that is sometimes extremely helpful. But that's basically how I deep dive into a property. I may drive by the property if it's something that I feel is necessary or that would be helpful, but the next step would be, once they choose one that they want to move forward with and make an offer on, and I'm going to make a video about that next. That'll be video number 3, making the offer. So check it out. Thank you so much for watching. If this was helpful, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I hope you have a great day.